I want to tell you guys about the mindset that helped me be more productive, more successful in business, in music, and just overall in life. And that mindset is the proof of work mindset. So if you don't know what proof of work is the consensus mechanism used in Bitcoin to award new Bitcoin to miners. Stick with me for a second. Some people look at it like trying to solve a really complex math problem or trying to solve a puzzle. And some people look at it like trying to guess a certain number. Basically, what it boils down to is the miner or the person that's done the most work gets the reward. And it's understood that the miner that gets the reward has done the most work. The miner provides the answer to the puzzle, and that answer proves that he's done the most work. That miner has expended the most energy because work requires energy. Solving these puzzles is hard. So I don't want to get any deeper in the weeds because that's not really the focus of this video. The focus is more so the mindset that I learned, that I took away from proof of work and Bitcoin in general. And that mindset is everything is proof of work. So in Bitcoin, the rewards go to the miners that provide the most proof of work because they're considered the most trustworthy. And I feel like that's true in life in general, in success, and in business. The people that provide the most work, the most value, they tend to get the best rewards. You're a rapper and you want to be one of the hottest new artists out. You got to take a step back and think, did I really put in the work to deserve being one of the hottest new artists out? And it's not just like a rhetorical question. Like, really? Like, have you looked at the numbers? Like, look at what people have done. Future has put out 16 mixtapes, half of which he put out before he dropped his debut album. Future put out 8 mixtapes before he even put an album out. Honestly, most independent artists don't have 8 of anything. They don't have 8 EPs. They don't have 8 singles. They don't have 8 of anything. They have 1 project and a couple singles that they push. Maybe a couple videos. Future has 9 albums, 2 EPs, 16 mixtapes, 117 singles, and 74 videos. That's if you go pull up the Wikipedia numbers right now today at the time of this recording, that's what it's gonna say. So that's over his whole career, but the point still stands. If you wanna be one of the hottest artists in the world, you have to be willing to work like one of the hottest artists in the world. So like with me, obviously I'm making content and I'm making these videos because I wanna blow up my YouTube channel and get as big as possible and all that kind of stuff. And I see a lot of videos about all these little tips and tricks and hacks and all these things that you can do to blow up your channel and get a lot of views. But I also know it's really just going to boil down to doing a lot of work and making a lot of videos that provide a lot of value so that you will want to come and watch them. I've been doing music long enough to know that views and metrics, while they are important to a certain extent, they can be an illusion. And if you really want to build an audience and you want to build a community, you have to provide a certain type of value that people can resonate with. So while I haven't had a huge level of success yet on YouTube, I don't think that fundamental truth is different. And that's why I think the proof of work mindset will work, because it forces you to focus on the work rather than the results. And when you focus on the work rather than the results, it allows you to not take things personal. When you look at other people and you want to compare yourself, you can't compare the results that they get with the results that you get. You have to compare the work. Oftentimes we compare the results because we want to be on the same level, but that's a losing battle. When you take a step back and think, did I provide as much value to my audience as they did to theirs? Did I do the work required for me to get the result that I want? And when you think of it like that, you realize that your path to success is going to be your own unique path to success. It's not going to be a result of the work that somebody else did. Now, business and life are not Bitcoin. So in business and life, are things completely determined based on work? Unfortunately, no. Luck plays a factor. Things outside of your control play a factor. And there are certain intangibles that you may have to account for, but that you may not be able to control. But the things that are inside your control, those things are almost completely determined by how much work you do and the amount of value that you attempt to provide. A lot of times people don't want to acknowledge luck. Listen, you might just happen to be born and raised in the right neighborhood of the right city at the right time that wave takes off. Or your first blood cousin may be one of the biggest record producers or record execs in the world. Some people are just lucky. But even in those situations, work and proof of work is going to separate the 1% from the 0.01%. hard work and providing value is still going to take the lucky person further than they otherwise would have been. So the work is not optional. You have to find a way to do the work and provide value in whatever way you intend to. And when you focus on the work, it'll allow you to not get caught up with the results. So you don't get sidetracked comparing your results to somebody else's results, because you have no clue whatsoever the work that they put in to get those results. And just because they put in that work doesn't guarantee that somebody's going to get those results. And even if you do the same work that they do, you simply may not be in the same circumstance that they're in. Again, some people are just lucky, but doing as much work as you can do and providing as much value as you can provide and being your best self will always put you in your best position so that you can maximize the results and the success for your timeline. So yeah, man, if y'all like it, let me know, hit that like button, drop me some comments, let your boy know. If you want to work, as always, reach out, hit me up.